So furin protein is highly concentrated in the lungs and the respiratory tract, which actually makes it very efficient in infecting all our other cells. Hi, welcome to another coronavirus update. Last video, I unpacked just how the virus actually enters our cell and infects the rest of our body. So if you didn't view that, I highly recommend you view that first, because I won't get into that here in this video. But to recap again, there are at least two influencers of how the virus attaches to our cells. The first one is the ACE2, which I explained in the first video, part 1. And today in this video, I'm going to be focusing on the furin protein. Now, the furin protein receptor is actually not found in Sars, unlike ACE2. And so the presence of this receptor actually provides a direct fusion into the viral and our cellular membrane. There's an SCMP article that talks about this, and they say that this binding method makes it 100 to 1,000 times as efficient compared to Sars in infiltrating our cells. So what is the furin protein? Just like the ACE2, it acts as a receptor for the virus to attach itself to it and then enter our cells. And from there, the cell replicates the RNA in the case of the coronavirus, and then it will replicate outside of our cells and infect the rest of our body. So furin protein is highly concentrated in the lungs and the respiratory tract, which actually makes it very efficient in infecting all our other cells. So though the COVID-19 shares about 80% of the genome to SARS, to the SARS structure, this furin protein is not found in the SARS structure, and actually it's found more in other viruses like the Ebola, in measles, and also the avian influenza. In fact, there was a study in the avian influenza where if this influenza was passed on to other chickens that have this furin transmission, the transmission site made this virus more transmissible. So the million-dollar question is, what can we do? Well, thankfully, scientists have already known about this furin receptor, and actually the furin protein has been shown to contribute to the maturation of many other diseases, not just the coronavirus, but also diabetes, cancer. And so we already have a lot of studies that have suggested different furin inhibitors to help slow down this process. So one study that I found is a 2010 study by the University of Ottawa, and it looked at 3 flavonoids from a plant. The 3 flavonoids are bison, chrysin, and aroxalin. Now, bison is found abundantly in onions, so uptake your onion intake. And chrysin is a flavonoid found in honey and propolis. And lastly, the aroxalin is found in the golden root herb, or the Chinese, also known as the Chinese skullcap. And so that's why when I was creating these anti-coronavirus kits for you guys, I was sure to include propolis products. And we have the 7 Imperial, where it just has all the elements of the honey hive, from honey to bee pollen to pine to propolis, of course, and also eucalyptus in there. So this is just a great drink to have at home. And when you're out, you can use this propolis spray. So this includes 4% propolis, organic propolis extract, along with some honey and eucalyptus. And it's just a great way to also keep your throat moist. And also we have propolis lozenges. We have one that comes in eucalyptus and also one with honey and orange. So other furin inhibitor nutrients are actually found in some of the amino acids, specifically arginine and lysine. And this is found in a lot of protein-rich sources like your nuts and seeds, of course, meat and legumes. So now with more information that's coming out over time as researchers are racing to study this new nCoV-19 virus, we are finding that the spread is increasing, and actually the likelihood of getting this virus seems to be getting higher and higher, and now we know it is because of this furin protein. But also with this information, we can we can do a lot more than just hand hygiene and making sure we're sleeping well and eating well. So these are just some additional tips for you guys. All the research is in the show notes below, and all our products as well are on our website. I have a full article with the research also listed out in there in our blog, so be sure to check that out. And if this was helpful to you, please like, subscribe, share this video with everyone, and stay healthy.